Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka Man of the People. So I enjoy working for the fans of the Carolina Panthers. And let me quickly say at the start of this video, I'm not sure, I didn't get a chance to watch yesterday's video. Andre went ahead and got you guys updated for me. I'm not sure what he said, but I do want to clarify that Mrs. Jenkins has not yet produced our youngest child yet. So yesterday we just felt like she was about to go into labor. So I had to stay home and just kind of be on the ready for that. But we are still anxiously awaiting the arrival of baby number 4, our first daughter. But appreciate everybody who gave me some congratulations a little early yesterday. So let's go ahead and go talk about today's happenings. Today, the media got a chance to speak with Bryce Young for the first time since his injury, his reported injury, I should say. And then we also had a chance to talk with Chris Tabor, Evero, and Brown, the coordinators for the team. So I'm just going to summarize all this up for you guys and see whatever questions that people may have. What's going on, Supernova? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's go ahead and get started with this injury report. A little lengthy, but it's getting shorter, but still pretty nice length to it. So here we go. Wide receiver, DJ Chark. Linebacker, Frankie Louvu. Wide receiver, Jonathan Mingo. Now, I hadn't said with these guys. So Chark is dealing with a hamstring. I was kind of nicked up, right? Louvu dealing with his hip. Looks to be coming back. Wide receiver, Jonathan Mingo. Concussion. Now, hold on. I'm sorry. So I did not put the full statuses on here. So this is a little confusing. So I'm going to have to make this make sense for you guys a little bit better. So give me just a second. I didn't say whether or not they were limited in practice full participants, which is the whole big thing that we're trying to get after. So give me a second to get the proper injury report in front of me, and we'll try to say this one more time. All right, so here we go. Put this back on the screen for you. Wide receiver DJ Chark. He was limited in practice today with his hamstring. Linebacker Frankie Louvu. He was limited in practice today dealing with his hip. Wide receiver Jonathan Mingo. He was also limited in practice today with his concussion. We have free safety Xavier Woods. He did not practice, so he is certainly not looking good to play this week, and it's already been said that it's likely that he's going to miss several weeks, even though for now they're just technically will say week to week. We have running back Miles Sanders, who's dealing with the groin, so he's been limited in practice, which you can understand from a running back perspective. These guys get banged up so much each and every Sunday that they got some nicks that they're going to continue to have them limited so he can be as full as he can be come this Sunday. You also have guard Chandler Zavala. He was limited in practice today with his calf. And then we have wide receiver Adam Thielen, who did not practice today, but then we quickly found out that that was due to rest. So that is your latest injury report. So you'll notice you do not see guys that are full participants in practice. You won't see them on the report because if I included them now, it would be super long. But Bryce Young is one of those people that had been on the report because he was previously injured, but he's been a full participant in practice both yesterday and today. He spoke with the media for the first time since the injury, so that is an extremely high indicator, though Coach Frank Wright will not say so. But Bryce, you can expect to start 100% this week versus the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I'm going to say I like Bryce as a person. I like Bryce as a quarterback, but the Bryce that talks to the media is just a little bit already wearing on me because you know that you're just not going to really get much. This guy has seemingly been pre-programmed and extremely well conditioned to say, hey, these are your responses today for the media. Now, I'm not saying he's a complete robot, but I'm just saying in terms of getting some substantial information, you're not going to get that from Bryce Young, okay? So today, excuse me, today when Bryce was asked about the injury, how did it happen, when did it happen, how does he feel? I mean, I could tell you the 50 questions that he was asked, and everything was basically not a direct answer to those questions other than just talking about the circumstances. It happened. I trust the coaching staff. I trust the health people. I feel great. And so that's what you get from a Bryce Young press conference. The biggest thing he gave us was that he feels great, but what else would you expect him to say? In terms of being able to sit on the sidelines for a week and then observe Andy out there, you always try to learn every time you have an opportunity, whether you're getting the snaps or you're not. So he took that as an opportunity to take the mental reps and continue to learn. He said, but they always bounce ideas off of one another. And even, there was talk about, well, Andy last week got to say what he liked. What about you and what you get to like? What's the difference? Or is there a big difference? He said, well, we just get not directly answering the question, but just simply saying that the quarterback team room always has, on a weekly basis, talks about what they like, what they don't like, and naturally each person is going to have some preferences to it, and that's something they do, continue to do, and it's a part of their routine. So in other words, he didn't answer that either. But again, Bryce, as a person, I'm fine, just the media guy. Media Bryce is a little bit tough to get the information from him to report to you all, but nevertheless, look forward to Bryce Young being a starter this week versus the Minnesota Vikings. We also got a chance to speak with the offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, and he said that they're looking to build upon last week with Andy Dalton back there. Some explosive plays that they were able to get. Chark obviously helped that because they haven't had him at full strength too much before last week, but he said the 5 plays that they had last week against the Seattle Seahawks is something that they're certainly going to try to build upon and move to this week versus the Minnesota Vikings. Got to be aware of the heavy pressure that the Vikings will bring. So he said the play calling, the execution, all that will be very important this week, just because you want to be able to get Bryce up to the line of scrimmage and able to be in position to look at what's going on and make the play, make the adjustments without having to worry about the clock at the back of his mind. So defense coordinator got a chance to speak to the media today as well. The one thing that I want to talk about from his time with the media was he said that Camus did pretty well. I'm sorry, let me backtrack. There were struggles with players, but as coaches, they also have to do better and coaching. So he was asked specifically about Camus and would he start again this week. He said that's not something that they're willing to talk about yet, trying to just keep as much from Minnesota as they can. And I'm going to say I don't really care for that. So it's not like if Camus is a Luke Kuechly out there where it's like, oh crap, he's played well, but it just gets me when this coaching staff goes to hide the guy that would be playing in the position and the guy's not a superstar, meaning to me it's not a big prep change that the other team has to be aware of. But nevertheless, and I apologize for sounding a little congested, that's what happens when you have a baby on the way and don't always get your 8 hours or 6 hours of sleep, right? Sometimes I struggle. But game time, I'm sure I'm going to drink all the tea and everything and sound pretty good for you guys. So I'm going to see what questions there may be before I jump off of here. We'll definitely be back on tomorrow. We'll definitely be on for our pregame show. And if you have not done so already, we're giving away Panthers merchandise every single week. Got some feedback from the first time we did it. Wasn't the easiest way for everybody to sign up. So now if you look into the description, there's a link that you can click on. And there's even ways that you can increase your chances of winning. So we're going to do that every single week. And I've also thought about giving away a jersey once a month. So if you like the jersey giveaway idea, once a month giving away a jersey, let me know what jersey you all would like for me to give away. I thought about Bryce Young and then maybe Brian Burns. But again, if everybody just overwhelmingly likes Bryce Young, wants Bryce Young jerseys for the giveaway, that's what we'll do. That's the only way I can be man of the people, is to ask you all and listen to what you want. So I will continue to do that. Let me try to go ahead and get through a few of these comments here. What's going on, Matt Levin? Again, no baby yet. We just felt like the baby was about to come yesterday, so had to be all deck. I can't even talk, but just had to be very available for that. And as C-Dog says, hit the like button. It's free. C-Dog, I want to hear from you tomorrow. Send me a picture. C-Dog was our winner from the previous week. Matt Chat says that's thumbs up. Royal, is Adam playing? So yeah, Adam Thielen is playing. He just had a vet day on an unexpected day. You know, he hasn't had one, I don't recall, to this point in the season. But Adam Thielen, his absence today from practice was not due to injury. It was just due to rest. So appreciate the comment there, Royal. He said the Charlotte media is one of the softest in the nation. We need a man of the people. No, we got, I will say this. I wasn't in there today as I've been trying to get caught up on some other things here at the office. Sometimes people get caught up in like, hey, this New York media type of thing, but you can't beat a guy up on the podium too much. Now, when we're talking to guys in the locker room, you have a chance to do so. But at the podium, it's really tough to be like persistent and try to beat a guy up or corner a guy, whatever what you want to say, to get something, because there's 10, 15 other people in that room. And if somebody else is wishing to ask a question, then they're just going to jump in front of you. You can't keep going back and forth with the player or coach unless they're just locked in on you or they're getting pissed off on you. But I definitely appreciate the kudos from you there, Matt Chatter. And then let's go ahead and watch this one right here. And this will be the last one I'm able to get to before I got to run out of here. So I'll get to anything that I don't have a chance to right now later. But also just a reminder that Super Chats, as well as our members, get preference. I'm at a loss for words. They get a preferential priority when asking questions. All right, B-Side. Hi, Chris. After watching Young's interview, it just seems the team wanted to send him out of the Seattle game. If I hurt my ankle, I know which one it was, and I wouldn't stutter as to the pain I felt. So why? Yeah, so I didn't get that out of his press conference. What I got from that is Bryce just never tells you things that would allow you to wreck his public image, if that makes sense. So, and he doesn't want to give away anything. He's really strategic in the way that he talks. So he doesn't want to give away anything to maybe give the other team any kind of heads up about how to play against him. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, so example, if it was his left ankle, he doesn't want people to know, because he doesn't want maybe some more pressure from that side to maybe to see how well he's able to respond from it. Was he hurt? I believe that he was hurt, and then him not saying like he doesn't remember when it happened. Again, he still doesn't want to open up, oh, we're going to go back and look at this play and see and then analyze things. And now we're going to have more comments out there about, hey, this is when it happens here. Oh, look at that. Oh, you saw this twitch here. They should have never did this. Bryce, he just talks very well in a way that says, I'm not answering your question. I'm happy to be here. I'm a quarterback. I have a job to do. We all get hurt. I trust the coaches. I trust the training staff. That's what he does. So appreciate the comment, though. I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Look for one more video tomorrow with the final injury report and news as we get ready to take on the Minnesota Vikings. For Charlotte Vod, I'm Chris Jenkins.